Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Crossbow mod, which is being released by user Boons. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is, well, exactly what the name says, a crossbow! And I've been having so much fun with this thing, I mean, come on, who doesn't want a fun crossbow in their game? Plus, this crossbow actually has 3 different ammo types that you are able to switch between on the fly, which we'll talk about a little bit more here in a minute. So let's jump on down here and have a look at what we do get with the crossbow, which in its most standard form will deal 48 damage with a new field point bolt ammo with a firing rate of 2, range of 203, accuracy of 76, and a weight of 4. And as you can see here, this thing is pretty darn good looking. It has a great texture and model to it, and, well, I mean, it looks the part of a crossbow, and I just love it. It is a great little thing to have in here to add a little bit more interest into the weaponry of the Commonwealth, and if you are a stealthy kind of character, well, this is perfect for you, as it is a quiet weapon. Now, as for modifications, it's got some, not a huge list, but enough different modifications to help keep this thing more relevant into the mid to late game, which is always good. Now, as for how you do get your hands on one of these lovely things, well, it's pretty simple. It does have full integration into the level loot list, and so you'll find them on weapon vendors as well as random NPCs around the world. I so far have seen them on raiders and even triggermen, but you should find them on pretty much anyone that would normally hold a gun. So pretty cool there. Now, we do have a mod requirement to get this thing to work properly, and that is the Fallout 4 script extender. And the reason for that is because of that ammo switching mechanic. You don't actually have to change, like, say, the receiver, like most other guns out there, to change the ammo type. You can just switch out to a different bolt. I mean, it's a crossbow after all. Really, nothing should change but the bolt when you change ammo. But we'll talk about those different bits of ammo in a little bit. First, let's go and have a gander at our weapon workbench here, and go to our first mod category, the receiver, where we don't have a lot here, just standard, hardened, powerful, and advanced. But with that advanced, you're going to get up to 84 base level damage with this crossbow, which is not too shabby. It's going to take a fair bit of materials and gun.rank 3, but you know what, that's a good bit of damage. Now then we have the reloading winch category, where we have the standard none or a reloading winch, and I actually quite prefer this one actually. With no reloading winch, the reload animation on this thing is beautiful. The character actually pulls back on the bowstring and then reloads a bolt. I love it. It feels like you're shooting a crossbow with that animation. It's very good. Now with the reloading winch, the actual part of pulling back the string is handled by a small whirring motor, so the only animation on your part is the reloading of the bolt. Still kind of cool, and you know, it's kind of nifty to have the thing be automatically drawn back, but personally I prefer the animation over the functionality. I know I'm weird, but I like it. And you can see here on between the two, if you look right here on the model, with no reloading winch, we've got nothing there, but with the reloading winch, there's that little bit there, and that's the little motorized bit that pulls it back. Now then, in the stock category, we've got 2 of either the standard or a foregrip stock, which adds a nice little bit in the middle there on the foregrip, and will help with sighted accuracy and even add a bit of bashing damage. We have these sights, which we have the standard sight, glow sight, improved iron sight, which are actually pretty good iron sights there, an improved glow version, and then reflex. I'm a little sad to see that there aren't more scopes in here. I mean, this thing does have great range, is silent, and is really darn accurate, so I would really love to see, like, some multiple times magnification scopes in here to do some sniping with this thing, because it's quite well built for it. I'm surprised there isn't any in here, honestly. Hopefully those will be added in the future, but who knows. And finally, we have the handle, where the standard is none, but we can add on a reloading handle onto the front, which will help improve the reload speeds. Overall, quite nice there. Now, let's go ahead and grab my custom ones over here that I made, because I don't remember which one I added in that reloading winch to, just to show up the different animations there. And also different sounds. Kind of a neat little feature or detail is that you actually have a different sound for those animations too, which is pretty cool. Well, let's take a look at the standard one, where we've got the standard sight there. Kind of hard to see, but perfectly usable. And we'll go ahead and fire. And there we go, 3 shots and 3 hits. And like I said, I love that reload animation. Pulling back on the string, the loading in of the bolt, it is glorious. Now you can see here, it's a pretty accurate weapon, even from hip firing. You can get hits on targets pretty darn well, which is great. Now if we switch over to, yeah, that has the reloading winch on it, excellent. And this also has the improved sights, we can take a look at that too. You can see the improved sight there, much more useful than the standard one, very good, I actually quite like this one. And if we hip fire to show the animation. And there you go. It might have been hard to tell between the two, especially with the music going in the background, but there is a little whirring noise when the string is pulled back on this automatically, which is just a neat little feature, because, yeah, it's a little electric motor basically pulling that thing back rather than you doing it with your hand. So just a cool, nice little detail. Now let's look at the final scope that I have on this, the reflex, and fire. Oh, I actually put the auto winch on this one too. But yeah, the reflex sight, kind of hard to use there just because of the coloring. It's kind of like a faint yellow, so, but, you know, still a good little scope. Useful indeed. Now let's talk about the different kinds of ammo. We've of course been using the just standard field point bolt, which if we head on in here to ammo, is just a nice standard crossbow bolt, which is gonna do for you the base damage of the crossbow you are using. But we have the explosive bolt as well, which is my personal favorite of the 3 bolts that we have because, well, it's got a little grenade on the front of it that explodes with seemingly the same amount of damage and radius of a normal grenade. But the better thing about it is, it has the same accuracy and range of the field point bolt. So you can shoot this thing for ages accurately and drop an explosion right into the middle of a group of enemies. It's beautiful. I love having that pinpoint accuracy boom. It is just great. Now, the final bolt we have is the Storm Bolt, which is magnificent, I must say. See all those little nubbins in there? Each one is an explosive. It's basically a cluster bomb bolt. And it's great. But because it's so front heavy, it arcs and actually drops off really, really quickly, which is why I actually prefer the explosive bolt over the storm bolt, because you're going to have to aim this thing like an old school grenade launcher, arcing it way up into the sky to get range. And the further you're trying to shoot it, the more this cluster is going to spread out, causing less damage on a single target. But if you do get close enough to an enemy with this, oh my god, the amount of damage this can do is insane. I two-shot a Deathclaw with this earlier. We're going to try and replicate that today, but who knows with my crap accuracy. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, they're all great. This one's my favorite, though, with the explosive bolt. And let's talk about how to switch between them. And it's quite simple. You just double-tap the reload key, and it does that using the Fallout 4 script extender, as mentioned earlier. Now, I'm a little worried we might encounter a bug here, so let's do the double-tap. Yep, we encountered the bug. All right, cool, cool, cool. So you'll notice I'm still using the same bolt. There we go. If I fire that, it's still the same bolt, which we'll talk about what you just saw there in a moment, too. Apparently, when you switch between, like I have multiple crossbows, it can cause an issue where it breaks the mechanic for switching. So if we grab back this, yeah, we'll actually grab back this one and add it to being equipped. Now if I double tap, there we go! It changes the ammo. Yeah, for some reason if you have multiple crossbows in your inventory, it seems to glitch out a bit. But now, I have the explosive bolt and fire. And look at that. That grenade hit where I aimed, all the way down there. It's great. And if I double tap again, well, now we've got those storm bolts, and just look at what happened to our reticule. When on the normal bolt and the explosive bolt, they're quite tight grouping on the reticule. That, though, oh boy, goes wide, because if I fire trying to hit the same spot, it doesn't even go, like, halfway. So to get all the way down there, I gotta arc it. And you'll see, we've got 6 explosions that happen. It is glorious. Oh, actually not 6, I think it's 7. Now, it's hard to tell since they kind of randomly go each time, but still, pretty cool. Now, I do want to come back to the field point bolt here, because I forgot to mention, and I realized it as I shot that there, the field point bolt is retrievable. You can go up to any of them you've fired recently, and yeah, pick them back up. Which is pretty great. It'll help your ammo count, but at the same time, with how small these bolts are, you're probably going to lose a lot of them in the world, so don't kid yourself there. The explosive bolts, on the other hand, you're not going to be getting those back, but yeah, they're just magnificent. I love these things so much. And yeah, just with a quick double tap of the reload key, you have yourself a fun new ammo type. So let's actually pop in a Deathclaw and run. And let's try and get him with just one of these there. Oh my god, I one-shot him. I've never one-shot a Deathclaw with that Stormbolt before. Sweet. Wow. Oh, in all my testing, I never did that before. Jeez, I've killed like 20 Deathclaws with those, and that's the first time I've one-shot him. Run. Alright, let's wait for him to kind of run away a bit, and just to show the pain of trying to aim with this thing, yeah, I was way over. Let's shoot it like more right there. I got a little bit of damage on him. There we go, a little bit more. But if we switch over to the glorious and beautiful explosive crossbow, boom. Not as much damage, of course, but... Oh, he moved. Oh, dang it. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just bombard him again. And he's dead. Yeah, it's just so great. You know, if you're wanting to snipe a single target and be quiet, the field point bolt is magnificent. And with the ability to get back your ammo, that just makes it a little bit better. The explosive bolt is just entertaining and accurate, which is magnificent. And then the storm bolt is just fun. So yeah, this is a great little mod that I've been enjoying the crap out of. It is just great to play around with these things. Oh boy, yeah, there we go. And so if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that's going to be it for this one today, my friends. Hopefully you all have enjoyed and you do come back for the next. But until that time, thank you for watching. And as always, have a good one!